Hello, everyone. Susan Gerbic from Psychics Explained. Been really busy. Waiting to see if I can release some videos or if I need to hold on to them for an event we've been working on. But in the meantime, let's look at what Psychic Medium Dean has been doing. One of our operatives and his partner went to see one of his shows, and thankfully Medium Dean has uploaded the video for us, so we didn't have to record it. So thank you Medium Dean. Psychic Medium Dean, I'm sorry, I should call you by your full name. So this was in Derby, the 20th of September 2025. I have not watched this yet. I've just kind of scanned through it really quick to just make sure the audio works and what we were going to see. The operative that attended, said that it was almost all hot reads and a little bit of cold reading here and there. But let's see, I'm not really sure. So for those of you who are catching up, what we have noticed, what we know about Psychic Medium Dean is that he is handling the ticket sales himself. So at least that's how it was a month or so ago when I learned about him. And that would mean that if you want a reading, you are going to go through him. And if you're going through him, then he has your information, your name, your contact information, your email, and so on. So if you have a room of 300 people and you give, I don't know what, 8 readings, you can pick who those 8 readings are going to be, right? And you can pick 8 people who've given you their real name and then look at their social media. Ta-da! And you're psychic. Isn't that great how that works? So I do have some videos up on my channel. I point to my channel as if you guys can see my channel right here. So I do have some videos up on my channel of Psychic Medium Dean, sorry. And you can see I've done screenshots of what he's doing. So I'm not going to bother with that right now because, I mean, how many times can you prove somebody's hot reading when you can just find their information? It's if I lacked ethics and I wanted to make money, most of it cash, and wanted to do this, this is how I would do it. I would have the sales come through me. I'd pick out a few people who I know are going to be there. And I would just get into the event and say, who is it here who has and then whatever it is that I found on their social media. And they'll probably raise their hand and say, I'm right over here. Then you go over to them, hand them a microphone, and then you give them a hot reading. And then everybody cries and people are just absolutely amazed. And then you go on to the next person. If you start with, I'm getting whatever it is you read on Facebook or wherever the social media is, and they don't raise their hand because they didn't show up that day. Let's say their car didn't start, so they didn't get to the venue. Well, then you just move on, right? So not a big deal. Fascinating, huh? How this works. So the people who are sitting in the audience probably aren't paying any attention. Their brother or their sister-in-law or their friend bought the ticket, so they don't really know that they were hot read. They just don't know. So anyway, let's take a look at Psychic Medium Dean. I don't know, don't you think he should have come up with something a little more blows off the tongue? Psychic Medium Dean. Just come up with something else. All right. So this is his video. He has 6.74 thousand subscribers, which is more than I have by a lot. I have 2,000 subscribers, so he's triple my channel. But I'm not saying I can communicate with the dead. And that kind of makes you like, really? You're supposedly communicating with the dead and you only have 6,000 subscribers? All right, this video has been viewed 8.2 thousand times. It's 11 days old. And all my tickets for the remaining 2025 shows are sold out. He's going to announce the tour dates for 2026. He'll announce them on Halloween. Tickets are 20 pounds per person, so it's very, very inexpensive for people to have a night out. And here it is. To book, please contact me directly via TikTok or Instagram. There's the evidence right there. Follow me here on TikTok, Instagram. Purchase merchandise here. He's got his merchandise. He's got a copyright disclaimer. All videos and content on this channel are exclusive property of Psychic Medium Dean. Any unauthorized copying, reproduction, editing, distribution, or reposting these videos in whole or in part without prior written consent constitute a violation of copyright laws. This includes, but is not limited to, re-uploads, clip sections, altered versions, or use of footage to discredit or misrepresent. Legal action may be taken against individuals or accounts found to be in breach of this copyright. Come get me. All right? Come and get me. This is fair use, and you're not going to be able to take this down. And if you do, if you try, I'm just going to focus on you a lot more. So, you put the content out there, you're not hiding any of these people's faces, and you're feeling some pressure, come and get me. And better yet, why don't you contact my lawyer? You come get my lawyer, Psychic Medium Dean. And since you're the psychic, I'm sure you'll have no problem whatsoever finding out who my lawyer is. So come on, come get me. Try to take it down. Maybe you'll succeed, but it's only going to make me come after you more. So this is fair use. I have the right to be able to do this. And I think YouTube will agree with that. So you can put up all the disclaimers you want. Let's take a look at what he's doing. And I'll show you just for everybody to know what we're talking about over here. It says he's got 8,000 views on his video. He lives live in Derby. Saturday, September 20th, 2025. Everything's sold out. 20 pounds per person to book complete. Please contact me directly via TikTok or Instagram. This is his channel. And here's his copyright disclaimer. Legal action may be taken against individuals if accounts found to be in breach of this copyright. Okay, let's go. Try it. All right. So for fair use and commentary, let's check this out. Oh, I can see already the psychic battle of the psychic trying to get me to take down videos. If you try to get videos taken down, it sometimes will backfire on you. Just saying, Dean. All right.
Very, very much. Mum was enjoying herself up here tonight, weren't you? Yeah. I didn't think I was ever coming on, to be honest. How are we all? Are we all right? Yeah. Have we travelled far, or are we all local? Travelled far, yeah? Jesus, that's quite far, to be fair. It's further than I've travelled anyway, to be fair, so fair enough. Thank you to everybody that is here tonight. Thank you to every single one of you for coming out. Can you all hear me all right down the back? Yeah? You lot are going to have to do me a favour at some point. If I come to any of you down the back, I am going to need you to stand up, because you can probably not see me very well down there. So if you don't stand up, I won't be able to see you, because I've got this thing called duck's disease, right? Now, duck's disease means your arse is too close to the floor, and that's what I've got. So I'm going to need you to stand up, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to see you, and I might start quacking. Okay? But yeah, how are we all? Are we all looking forward to this? Are we nervous? A bit excited? Yeah, bit of both, bit of everything. Who is new to me completely? Who is this? Oh, okay. Wow, quite a lot of you. Well, thank you to everybody that's not new to me and has dragged all of these people along as well, so thank you for that. So I will explain how I work. I call myself an evidential medium. So what that means is that I work very, very closely with your loved ones in spirit and also my guides, so that I can get as much clear-cut evidence as much as possible. Now, we've all been in rooms like these. We've been to spiritualist churches. We've all been in environments like this where we've probably given the medium too much information, and the medium's probably just gone off what you've said. Now, that's not going to happen here tonight, okay? I don't want any information from you. It's my job as the medium to give you the information.
I can't help but laugh. So you guys just sit there while I relay everything I found about you on social media that you have already given me. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Dean, I just want to remind you that the money that we use to go to these events was from the James Randi Educational Foundation. Do you know who James Randi was? So just saying, you might feel some bad juju. Okay, back again.
Okay, you will find for the first 5 minutes I forget how to breathe, because that happens with nerves apparently, so... how I work is I will give you specific and clear evidence, because what I want when you leave here tonight is that you know that you've been in the room with your loved one, if you are one of the lucky ones that your loved one does step forward to me tonight, okay? I don't want you going home with any doubts. I want you going home knowing that your loved one stepped forward for you tonight and you felt like you were in the same room with your loved one, okay? And what I will say is there's a hell of a lot of you, if you can't tell, and my energy will not last that long. I ain't going to be able to get around every single one of you. I will try and get around as many of you as I possibly can, guys, okay? Don't feed me any information. All I need from you is yes, no's, not sure's. Nothing more than that, okay? Let me be the one giving you the information, not the other way around. We all right with that? Yeah. Perfect. Are we ready to get started? Yeah. Okay. I feel like I've just given you a telling off before we've even got started. Now stay seated. Okay. Okay. Now I have got a gentleman stepping forward to me here. He does feel like a grandfatherly energy and fatherly energy as he does step forward to me here, by the name of David. Now as David does step forward to me here, I am being made aware... Okay, the 16th of August is a relevant date with David here as a date of passing. Can anybody take this, please? Can I come over there, please? Thank you. This water's warm. Shocking.
Yeah.
Are you okay for me to work with you, lovely?
Of course, yes.
Thank you for standing up first and foremost, so I ain't got a quack now, so thank you for that. Okay.
You will have to bear with me because it is for my nan, but she's struggling with her speech at the moment.
That's okay. Can you see me there? Yeah? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay. Now, David's quite a tall guy, as I do see him here. I mean, I know I'm only 5'2.5", so it's tall to me is 5'4", but he's really tall, as I do see him here. Quite a stocky guy as well, as I do see him. Do you understand this?
Probably not stocky.
I would say he's quite wide-shouldered, as I do see him. Yeah?
Broad.
Okay. Okay. The month of November is relevant with David as well. I would say around a birthday, it does feel within... The 15th of November is a significant date here?
No. The November is a
okay.
day, but not a birthday.
Okay. Do you understand the 15th of November?
It's very close, yes.
Okay. Do you understand a Richard connected? I'm not sure I'm with you. Can anybody else take this at all in the room?
A Richard.
Not in spirit here,
Oh, yeah,
Richard here.
Yeah, we've got a Richard here.
You understand that as well, yeah? Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Would you understand Richard being connected to David, please? Not in spirit, obviously, but Richard is here and would have a connection to David.
Yes.
Yeah? I'm not sure if I'm with you. Is there anybody else that can understand this at all?
This is fascinating. So he has the information. No, he doesn't need to have an earpiece. This is not that hard to remember information that you've had down. Some people have really good memories. It's not that hard. So it's fascinating that he's got this information, a David, a Richard, and a date in November that he thinks is a birthday. And so he's got that. So instead of just going ahead and reading her, like you would if you were cold reading somebody, that he is going to pass on her because somebody must be in that room because he has that information and now he needs to find out who it is. So I don't know. This woman is really struggling to make sure try to get this to fit. And think about how many Richards she might know. She's really trying to go through this. And David and her nan. How sad. Her nan can't really speak well. So she's having to do this for her nan. That's just like, isn't that heartbreaking? So let's see if he finds the right person or if she finally figures out that she was misremembering. And she actually does have a Richard with that November 15th. Let's see what happens.
If not, I am definitely with this lady, that's fine. It's just, I feel as though the connection seems strange, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
What would the relation be for you here with David? Would this be Grandad for you?
It would be Richard's partner's granddad.
Richard's, okay, that's fine. Okay. Is there a Carol connected somewhere as well, please, at all?
No.
I'm not sure I'm with you.
No.
Is there nobody else that can understand this at all, please, guys? Let me carry on working with you, because it does seem, it's a strange one, because it feels as though I'm with, you understand that what's coming through, but I can't obviously change it to make it fit, if that makes sense, okay? As I see him, do you understand him with white hair as I see him here as well? You understand that? Okay. Is a Hazel connected anywhere?
No.
I'm definitely not with you, lovely, I don't think.
No, it doesn't seem that way.
Okay, no worries. Is there anybody else that can take this?
Fascinating. So nobody else in the audience had that information. So he knew it had to be this person because nobody else was going to take it. Unless the person just didn't show because, like I said, their car was broken down on the side of the road or something on the way there. But so she made a call during the break. And during the break, she validated everything because she just said, hey, who's this David and who's the Richard and who's the person with the gray hair and whatever. So she was unable to vocalize this in the moment. Bless her. In other words, she's the one at fault for not knowing all this information. Seems like the dead, if they really were trying to connect with this woman, would have done a better job trying to make it clear, giving her a little bit more information than the stuff she doesn't actually know. So it looks like it moves on to another person. This is an edited video. So let's see what happens after this. I think he moves on from her. Because he wasn't getting anything right.
Wow, okay, bear with me. Okay. Can I come to this lady here in the orange shirt, please? Can I come to you, lovely? Is that okay? Thank you. Sorry, I've just seen literally spirit step by you there. Can I just come there? Thank you.
Okay, so this is interesting. He's going to go to a specific person in the audience. If he's going to a specific person in the audience, then he's probably not hot read this person's social media and wondering where the person will be. Thomas John does this every so often also. He'll alternate between people he knows are the ones that he's going to go to because he knows who the person is, or people he just knows it's somebody in the audience and he's just going to throw that out. So interesting. So I don't know if this person in the audience is going to be a hot read, a cold read, or a stooge, or somebody else gained the information about the person and said, this person that's sitting over here in the orange is the one I told you I heard is got a grandbaby on the way, and they just came back from vacation in Hawaii. Now, when I used to stooge for Mark Edward at the Magic Castle in Hollywood and other events that we would go to, this is what I would do. Also, I would sit and listen to people's conversations. And then I would relay what I heard in the conversation to Mark, and then he would just go directly to the person and say, I understand that you have a new baby on the way. It's a grandbaby, isn't it? And you just came back from Hawaii. And the only way that Mark could know that was either he's psychic, which he isn't or wasn't, or I overheard, or I had a conversation with him. So that was common. So it's kind of like it's called pre-show in the mentalism world. So let's see where he's going with this. Interesting, it's the person who's wearing a bright color. Easy to find him in the audience.
Okay, do you understand a grandmother in spirit, please, lovely?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand the month of July connected with the grandmother in spirit? Yeah. Do you understand the 5th of July with grandmother in spirit, please, or around the 5th of July?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I don't know the exact date myself.
That's absolutely fine, that's okay. Do you understand a birthday in April with her as well,
yes.
at all, please? Okay. I'm being shown the letters BA, is how I'm being made aware of this. Do you understand?
Yeah, Ba. That's what we called her.
Okay, so
it's grandma.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, lovely. Okay. She wasn't in the UK?
Yeah, she was.
She was. Okay. I'm going backwards and forwards out of the UK, though.
Yes.
Do you understand this?
Was a lot, yeah.
Okay, thank you. She's a very little lady, as I do see her here. Very little lady as well. Okay. Do you understand Mum in spirit as well, please, lovely?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Are you okay for me to... Yeah, okay, thank you. There's a C initial with Mum. Do you understand this as well, please? Okay, thank you. Okay. I haven't given up, David, it's all right. We'll just come back in a bit. Okay, I am being made aware... Okay. You got 2 children, please, lovely? Okay, thank you. She's got such a lovely, warm energy. She does connect with me here. I'm being made aware of a Dan, or it sounds... Do you understand Dan?
Dad.
Your dad, okay. Because Dad's still with us as well, I'd be correct in saying that. Is Dad proud of a goatee, or just...
Yeah.
You understand this with Dad there as well? Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, she's... I'm not sure if it's oxygen, but she's making me aware of something up the nose here, is how she's making me aware of this. I'm not sure if it's oxygen or something else, but she's making me aware of, I'm seeing this being pulled out and she doesn't need this anymore. Yeah. This is her way of letting you know this as well. You understand that there, lovely? Okay. 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 I need to go back to grandmother quickly.
Yeah.
Do you understand the 14th of April at all,
yeah,
please?
That's her birthday.
That's her birthday, okay, thank you. Okay, now, she just was like, I'm here as well, so it's just I need to let you know that she's here too. She doesn't want to be left out, it's a bit of both. Okay, now as...
Okay, so this just is hot reading, more hot reading, so we don't know how he got the information because of the way we see that it looked like he directly went to her with the information. But remember, this is his video, so it could be, this is the first time I've seen this, that he has already said who in the audience can relate to the initials BD, this date, and a grandmother figure. And the woman in orange raised her hand. And then we see the video edited to the point where he says, okay, I want to go to this woman over here in the orange. So that might be what's happening. Or she could have registered, in a way that he knew he was able to look for her. He knew that she was going to be there because she registered at the desk or something. I don't know. I think it's more likely that this video has just been cut so that we're missing that part. Let's go on and see what else we have. I don't need to see a bunch of hot reads. I mean, I can read. I know how to read. I've been doing this for years. Psychic medium Dean. You're not showing me anything I haven't seen and done myself. And nothing impressive here. Let's see what else we have. This is the next person. Let's see if we can get to it where he's still talking to the woman in orange and see if there's a clip in there. I don't know how. If it's there or not. Like I said, I'm seeing it for the first time.
Thank you. Thank you, lovely. Okay. Now I have got a father figure here as he just stepped forward to me by the name of Ray. As he just stepped forward to me here. Okay, the month of March is very relevant with Ray here. Can anybody take this, please? All the way down there. Definitely going to need you to stand up, lovely, because I can see your hand and not much else.
Hello.
Hello, lovely. Are you okay for me to work with you? Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. Now, I almost want to call him Raymundo.
Oh, God.
Do you understand this? I don't know if this was his name or if this was like a nickname, but I just want to call him Raymundo almost.
Yeah, he used to be called, his name Raymond, but we always used to say Raymundo.
Okay, because he's like, I'm Ray, but you can call me Raymundo. He's like, okay. As I see him, he's clean.
Okay, I just did what I told you that they do. Listen to this wordplay. I think it's fascinating. Let's see if I can go back just a little bit and listen to where he's talking about Raymundo. Listen how he says this. It's always interesting how psychics will do this. The sitter will say something, and then the medium will respond as if they just heard it from the dead person and confirming it. But actually, they're just repeating what the sitter just said.
Hello.
Hello, lovely. Are you okay for me to work with you? Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. Now, I almost want to call him Raymundo.
Oh, God.
Do you understand this? I don't know if this was his name or if this was like a nickname, but I just want to call him Raymundo almost.
Yeah, he used to be called, his name Raymond, but we always used to say Raymundo.
Okay, because he's like, I'm Ray, but you can call me Raymundo. He's like, okay.
The other thing I find fascinating is the Kleenex. Whenever they hand them the microphone, they immediately hand them the tissue. See if I see a box of this. I had it. We were just doing readings a few minutes, well, an hour or so before this, and we were getting the readings, I and a few other people, and I had a box of Kleenex here because this is one of those things that Mark used to use all the time, and it's when you are talking to somebody, you're giving them the reading. What you do is you've got them at a point where they're vulnerable, and then you just go, take a tissue, and then waterworks right there. You can do that pretty easily. So if you put the Kleenex, so Mark said, don't leave the Kleenex out or the tissue out, but you want to put it under your desk. And then right when you get them to that point where you're ready to get them to go into an emotional state, you bring it out and then they lose it. So, Dean, I guess you've got a different way of doing this by handing them the tissue. In other words, I know you're going to cry. This is going to be emotional. This is going to be powerful. So here is your tissue. It's a psychological thing they're doing. So Raymundo, and then she says, yeah, well, we called him, yeah. And he goes, yeah, because the guy is telling me to call him Ray, but his name is Raymond. It's always really interesting, the beginning of this. He does the same thing over and over, that he gets the person's name, and then he gets the birthday or death day. I mean, I think I've seen psychic medium Dean do other people different things, but this idea of that pattern, which is really easy to find when you have people's information. It really is to find it. Nice Google obituaries and so on. Simple. Especially when you know who these people are ahead of time. Something else I was going to tell you. Let's go look at this again. I hope you guys are going to leave me comments, because I love listening to your guys' comments.
Does anybody understand a Tyrone spirit that does feel like Dad here?
Okay, let me go back.
Okay. Technician. Well, you're a bit of everything tonight, to be honest. Okay. Okay, now I have got another gentleman stepping forward to me here by the name of Tyrone, as he does step forward to me, and that's very clear as he steps through here. Does anybody understand a Tyrone spirit that does feel like Dad here as well, please? Can I come over there, please? Sorry, Dad's just got to do the loop now. Oh, he does this to Mum, doesn't he? He ain't got his trainers on, that's why he's slow. Oh, your mic ain't on either. You tried to say something then, it didn't work.
Thank you.
You okay for me to work with you, lovely? You understand Tyrone as Dad in spirit, please? Okay, thank you.
I'm checking.
Are you sure you're okay for me to work with you? Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, do you understand that he had hair, but I feel as though he shaved it off again? It almost looked like a buzz cut, almost, if that makes sense. Bit of a beard, but not much of a beard, more stubbly, if that makes sense there as well with him, okay. The month of August is very relevant with Tyrone here as well. Yeah. I would say this is the month of passing with him here. Do you understand that? Okay, thank you.
Super hard to watch because it's so obvious what's going on. Hot read, hot read, hot read, hot read, hot read. So I don't know how much more. I don't think we need to look at much more of this. It's obvious what's going on. Anybody who has the information ahead of time of the persons who are going to be read or potentially be read, it's, let me see if I can think of a good analogy. It's just, it's too obvious. Now he's got these people in an emotional state. They're there. They badly want this reading. And these people aren't stupid. They are not gullible. They just haven't thought about this before. And in a lot of cases, they really want this emotional release. They want this reading really badly. So when somebody's specific as they are, and you're with a bunch of peers, you've got 300 or whatever, 400 people in the room, it feels like you need to perform, and you need to agree to it and not challenge anything that's going on, because to challenge what you're hearing would be against the culture of everybody in the room, who obviously is believing in this. Now, one of the things we're missing, think about what we're missing. These people, he's got their death dates and their birth dates and their first names and what they look like, but he never mentions their last names. And he might say for privacy readings, because of course he knows their last names. But why would he need to say does that make sense to you? Or does anybody take this? Or, um, you know, I'm not sure I'm with you. When he could just give a lot more information, like the last four numbers of their phone number when they were children, or the name of their second grade teacher, or, something that isn't something easily to look up on the internet. But the dead should still remember these things. Something that wouldn't have been on social media, something that is not in the obituary. See what I'm saying? So, psychic medium Dean, I'm sure you're going to be upset, me focusing on you yet again. I'm just so not impressed. And you seem to be getting a little better at this, but it's so obvious to somebody who's experienced at this, which we've been doing this for years. So of course we're very experienced at this. And yes, I'm in the United States, but it doesn't mean that I need to go to the UK to start sitting in on these and to send people in who are, let's just say, not believers. I mean, we just did a reading, as I was saying today. We've got dozens of people attending these readings, and they're all on my team. And there's nothing keeping me from doing that same thing in the UK. In fact, this reading, this event, at least one of my people was there. And how hard would it be to send people? We did that New York Times article, if you haven't seen it yet, and other articles as well. Let's see what we can find, in case psychic medium Dean hasn't seen these yet. And a couple other things I wanted to tell you. So there's a few things that you might see what we are able to do. And we have people following this, very interested in. This is an archive link so that you can go to my website, which is susangerbic.org. You can click on grief vampires, and you can click on a little lower, grief vampires. You go down, you can see a lot of the articles I've written, and there's a lot of them. But here, let me put this over here so you can see where to find this information. Thomas John is a hot reader. We've caught him multiple times. He's really struggling now in his business because we focused on him for a very long time. Well, actually, not that long, but we did focus on him. So this is my website, abouttimeproject.org. You can also get there from susangerbic.org. And if you look, you go to grief vampires, you come down here. I really got to get this up to date. I have so many more articles to add on here. You can go to this New York Times magazine article, operations to inside the secret sting operations to expose celebrity psychics by Jack Hitt. This is from 2019. I put an archive here, which allows you to be able to go to the article without having a subscription to the New York Times. And if you do, you'll find this. This is an archive version. And what you'll see on here when you read this is how we used fake social media. This is from the New York Times. So I'm showing you psychic medium Dean how you can be caught. And there's other ways of doing it too. Here's another one. Just FYI. Same psychic. I've done so many things with him. Here it is, Operation Onion Ring. You have to go a little further and you'll find this. Skeptical Inquirer. You'll find this link. It's called Operation Onion Ring, Thomas John and the Children. I use drawings instead of using, because it was all on Zoom. And how we caught him hot reading children. He was doing readings for children as young as 5 years old, 5 to 12. And this article will show you how we did that and how we caught him. So just saying that when you've decided you wanted to get into this world of becoming a grief vampire, you start coming onto the attention of people like myself and my peers, and we're out there. We're funded and we're universal. And there are lots of people who would like to see the demise of the psychic medium. So this thing that you've got on here, this really cracks me up. I mean, it just screams of desperation, right? All videos and content on this channel are exclusive property of psychic medium Dean. Any unauthorized copying, reproduction, editing, distribution, or reposting of these videos in whole or in part without prior written consent constitutes a violation of copyright law. This includes, but is not limited to, re-uploads, clip sections, altered versions, or use of footage to discredit or misinterpret. Legal action may be taken against individuals or accounts found to be breach of this copyright. It just screams desperation. You can take my video if you want. Go ahead and take it and use it on your channel. I know that I have no control over it because it's fair use. Copyright is whenever you are putting it up on your channel as your own work and you're not responding to it, like you're putting out a video and you're just going to show the video and hope for the clicks. So now Dean, psychic medium Dean, just want to point this other thing out to you, as I do to a lot of the psychics that we target. If you are here to help, you want to bring closure to families, you want to bring peace and messages from people. And you can connect, apparently, with people in large audiences and so on. Then why does this exist? This is missingpeople.org.uk. These are people who are missing. There's probably thousands of these people on here that is on this one website. So what's going on here is these are people who are missing and they'd like to be found and their families would like to be helped. So I'd like to know, psychic medium Dean, who are you helping? Have you found any of these people? Because if so, the media would know. And I don't want to hear any of that BS where, oh yes, I'm helping the police, but I can't release that information. That's crap. You know it is. And we've heard that from every psychic. No psychic has ever found anybody. Never. And there are bodies. And I chronicle this on my website and also my Skeptical Inquirer column. There are bodies that have been found and nobody knows who they are. But because of science, in the 2020s, we have been able to fund these projects using genetic DNA genealogy. They use DNA and they pull information and they're able to do genetic genealogy, and we can find out who these people are and give closure to their families and put a name on the headstone. That's starting to happen. Only recently it's starting to happen. It's costing thousands of dollars, takes a lot of hours. But it seems to me that if you can communicate with the dead, why aren't you telling the names of these people whose bodies have been found? Giving us some history of the person. And we're getting people who have been found 70 years or more ago. And using genetic genealogy, we can figure out who they are. 70 years or more. I have videos up on my channel showing this being done because of the miracle, which isn't really a miracle, of science. So I don't understand why psychic mediums are still in business whenever it's obvious what's going on. The only thing I can think of is that these people are so desperate for a reading that they are willing to overlook the obvious signs. So yeah, your tour is sold out. More power to you as you are performing at, where is it? Holiday Inn? Let me see here a second. Holiday Inn. Here, let's look at that. Holiday Inn in Derby. Dude, you're communicating with the dead, an impossible task, you say. Communication with the dead would seem to be. Where is the police? Where's all the people coming out of the woodwork to sign you on to be helping them out? Because if you could really communicate with the dead, you would be the most powerful person in the world. Let me say that one more time. Psychic medium Dean, if you could really communicate with dead people, then you would be the most powerful person in the world. Governments would be scooping you up. You would be held somewhere in a bunker, and you would be fighting, using your powers to in disputes, wars, and secrets of all kinds. You certainly would not be performing at a Holiday Inn in Derby, UK. Let's think about this for a second, all right? It's not real. You cannot communicate with the dead. The dead are dead. We know this. Everybody in the government, military, all of that, they know that that isn't real. They are not coming to you and saying, hey, we need your help. They're not flying you on some mission somewhere to come and solve this crime like you're Hercule Poirot or something. Anyway, comments below, you guys. Thank you, my Confederate, who has so kindly gone and attended this event and gave me his feedback. Oddly, Psychic Medium Dean didn't know you were sent by us. You know, I'm done with this guy. I really just don't see any other things to be looking at with him, unless, of course, you come back to my attention for some reason. You know, unless somebody wants to go through and find all the social media for all these people who were there. I mean, I just don't feel like doing it tonight. I've been working with another psychic for hours today, and I just don't feel like dealing with that nonsense right now. But if somebody wanted to, it's not hard to do. You go and you find the people who say on your social media that they will be attending the Derby event on the 20th of September. And they posted their Facebook or their social media contact. And then we looked at their social media contact and see that it just is the story that you just read out. You've already done that. All right, to everybody else except for Psychic Medium Dean, hope you have a wonderful evening. Take care, everyone.